So, do you use the smart gimbal mode? If not, maybe after this, you will. Oh man, I'm gonna get hit by a car. Holy cow. Let's go and talk about it. And it's really windy out here. Hopefully this will work. My mic, and I've got the wind muff on it, plus my shirt. It seems to do pretty good. That's that mic too. I love that thing. Makes it so nice because I don't have to have a receiver on this camera. All right, we are back on the Pocket 3, Black Mist filter engaged, and we are going to talk about the smart gimbal mode of this camera. Now, I've been using this camera for, I want to say at least 2 months. Yeah, I'm going to say at least 2 months now. And I'm telling you what, every time I use it, I fall in love with it more and more. I tell you what, I don't know if that's weird that I fell in love with the camera. I just don't tell my wife. But this camera has something on it that I really haven't seen on any other camera. I have the Action 4, I have the Action 2, I also have the original Osmo Action, and I have the Pocket 2. And none of those cameras have this smart gimbal mode like this camera has. So to start off, let's talk about how you get to that smart gimbal mode. And it's pretty simple. It's the middle of the screen, left-hand side. That little small icon that's there, you just press that. We're actually in smart gimbal mode, what is called the dynamic framing right now. Let's go through each one of those options that you have once you go into the smart gimbal mode. So the first option when you go into the smart gimbal mode is the face auto detect. And I really had trouble trying to figure out how that worked, but I did figure it out, and we'll get into that in a little bit. The next one is called dynamic framing, which I use a lot. I'm using it right now. And then the last one is spin shot, something I don't use a whole lot of, but we'll go through it and check it out. Now, each one of these modes definitely have a specific purpose. I'm going to say that the face auto detect would probably be good if you were doing like a face-on-face interview with somebody. You could flip it around, it would automatically get on them. You have to have it recording when you do that though. Once you hit the record button, then it'll lock on you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to that and show you exactly how it works. All right, so you hit record and it locks right onto you. And it actually frames it pretty well. From what I can see on the screen here, it looks actually pretty good. But that is pretty automatic. I mean, it was like, I didn't really have to do a whole lot. And I just hit record, put my frame in the little square box. But I think it's pretty amazing the way that works. All you gotta do is hit that record button and it just puts you right back in frame. I'm gonna just have to learn to use it more. I don't really use it that much, but I'm gonna definitely check it out and then do a lot more the auto face detect feature in the smart gimbal mode. All right, so let's get out of that and exit out of there. And that's what's nice too, is you can be recording and exit out of each one of these modes. So let's go into the next mode, which is called dynamic framing. And that is your middle choice. Boy, this wind is blowing. Wow. It started. I'm gonna put it, let's see, we'll go this side. Put it right there. I'm gonna switch arms. Wow, that's nice. That works out really, really well. And I was able to just do all that while the camera was still recording, which is kind of nice. I like that idea. Now, what's nice about the dynamic framing is that you have 6 spots that you can choose from, 3 on top of the screen, 3 on the bottom of the screen. For me, I generally use the top 3. Right now, I'm in the, looking at the screen, I'm in the right-hand corner box. And what's really nice is you can kind of adjust that too. If you think it's too far to your right or left, you can just move the gimbal a little bit, trying to kind of get it where you want it. Maybe bring it down just a hair. There you go. That looks pretty good. I mean, that's not a bad framing for the rule of thirds. And I'm going to say, I really have been using the dynamic framing a lot. I mean, just about every vlog that I think I've done recently, that's what I've used, is the dynamic framing. It just keeps you in that really good framing picture, and I guess, what would you call it? A vlog framing. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense, but you know what I mean. It keeps you right there, looks good, and it's pretty steady too. All right, so now we moved over to the middle box, and you know, the middle box is kind of nice, keeps you framed dead center, but it's almost like the auto face detect too. But like I said, you can change this on the fly, so I can just hit my, what is it called, a 5D joystick. I can click that. It gives me this little yellow dot on here, move over, and now I'm on the right hand side of the screen. And that works really well. You can just do this on the fly. Let's walk into this right here. We're just gonna see how well this thing does in the dark without going into low light mode. And that was so cool. Even though I turned it around, it lost the face track, but I just brought it back, clicked the button on the yellow square, and it's right back on me again. That's really, really nice. Ooh, that's dark. But how's it look? Not too bad. You know, it is a little like dark underneath here. From what I can see on the screen, it actually looks pretty dang good. Not bad at all. And then the last one is spin shot, something I don't use a whole lot. And you have two choices here. You have a 90 degree, which you're seeing right now, and then you also have the 180. All right, well, I hope this helps anybody out there that was wondering about the smart gimbal mode, or maybe didn't even know that the smart gimbal mode existed on here. I'm gonna say I use it a lot. It really helps when you're doing vlogs like this, especially when you're walking down the street. You really don't have to focus on the screen. You can focus on the camera, and that's something that helps out a lot. I mean, it helps out a ton. All right, yeah, but like I said, I hope this helps somebody out. Remember, like, subscribe, and you can buy my wife a coffee or me a coffee. I don't drink coffee that much, but if you want to buy me a coffee, I'd appreciate that. The link is in the description below. And, you know, as always, be safe out there. Take care. We will catch you next time.